It's 28 degrees out right now, but it looks like people are here. So we're gonna shop around and see what we can find. Does he have a calculator? Looks interesting. Not good condition though. Is this your stuff?
Yeah, me and my brothers.
Oh, what's your price on your calculator?
Made me off, I can't refuse.
You do 5 for it? Cool. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Oh. Accidentally stepped on that dog. How much is your G.I. Joe vehicle?
Which one?
That big. How much? 2?
50 cents.
Grab this and I'll grab that vehicle. Thank you.
Thank you.
$2. I'll risk it. Even though it's kind of heavy. And I have no idea what this razor's worth, but I don't see them very often, so I thought I'd just take a chance on it.
Yeah. For $2 for both of them. How you doing?
I'm good. How much for this guy?
$1.
$1? Cool. What about your Ninja Turtles here?
If they got accessories, they're $5. If they don't, they're $3.
Okay. These are all newer. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll grab these 3 for now.
Alright.
I might come back and get that.
Alright.
This one doesn't have a weapon, that one does.
Alright.
I think that's 9, right?
$9. You got it.
Oh, that's pretty old. So is this guy. Is this yours, ma'am? How much are your little toys? $1 each?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Don't get original G.I. Joes for $1 very often. That's pretty cool. How much are your all's games?
Which one?
This one?
I was $6.
6. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. Got some pretty cool stuff from this first flea market, so let's go to the next one. Well, there's like nobody at this flea market today. I've never seen it this empty, but that might work to our advantage. Let's see what's here. That's cool. This your stuff? What's your price on these two?
Give me $10 for one.
Sounds good. There you go. Thank you. That's a good start. Seems like I'm the only one here shopping, but people are still setting up, so I might do a couple laps.
That's got figures in it, man. I just ain't got them out yet.
Oh, okay. Is it alright if I look in?
Yeah, look at that, man.
Oh, Iron Man.
Yeah. Put them like that. That's good.
See, like stuff like this, if you get picked for taking stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mess with that. How much are your N64 games? Different prices?
No, not different prices. I just do the same price I normally do. I go 4 a piece on them, man.
4 a piece.
Yeah.
Okay. These are kind of common, but I'll grab them anyway. What about your Toy Story 2?
5 on this, man.
Okay. So 5.
Appreciate you.
I'll be back around a bit to check out some more
I
stuff.
have more toys and stuff out here in a little bit, man.
Okay, awesome. Alright, this guy over here has a bunch of movies and stuff, so I'll probably take some time to look through those.
Blu-rays in this box.
Oh wow. How much are these again?
They're $3 each, or you can get 2 for $5.
Cool.
But if you buy more than one, one or two, I'll give you a better deal, you know.
Okay, cool. I think I'm ready. I got 4 Blu-rays, 2 DVDs. Awesome. It's not cold, it's just the wind chill. It's awful.
Good morning.
Hello. Well, that's a cool little sound system.
Yeah, it's the receiver and all that down there, and CD player up there.
Well, what's your price on that?
25.
25?
Yeah, all the directions and cables and all that are right there.
How heavy is this?
They got some weight to them, them little speakers.
Yep. Yeah, I'll buy it.
All right. I appreciate that, sir. Appreciate
Awesome.
that,
I
sir.
appreciate it.
You
Oh,
have
it's
a
not
great
too bad.
day.
You too.
Thank you.
Now begins the long walk back to the car. I haven't been to this flea market in a while because it's kind of small, but we'll see what's here. Bunch of plushies. Yeah, not a lot of people set up.
I said, you know about these anyway, when they have the inauguration, it's just pretty crazy. I said, don't you have to actually be in office before you can...
That's pretty old. How much is your Mickey?
I said, I'm in office.
Maybe off wrong.
Hey,
Uh,
right. I said, it's
do
like they look at
$3?
Sold.
Okay. 3. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. You don't want Mary had a little lamb too? You going to the crib?
Probably not on that one. It's a bit dirty. But thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I've never seen that Mickey before, so I thought I'd take a chance. It's a black Wii. It's missing like everything. Yeah, it's messed up. So that flea market wasn't very good. Hardly any sellers showed up. I did buy this little Mickey Mouse. I don't know how old it is. Probably from the 80s. Has a little bit of value. But as I was leaving, after I stopped recording, one of the regular sellers there, he saw me, he stopped me, and he offered a Nintendo Switch and 3 games for $120. I know that's a lot of money, but because I was kind of desperate, I wanted to make the trip worth it, so I decided to buy it. Here it is, the Nintendo Switch. It's just the original model, not the OLED, unfortunately. It doesn't come with a dock or anything, but I tested it, it works great. And we also got these 3 games from him. We got WarioWare, Sonic Forces. All these games are sealed, by the way, and Mario Rabbids. I don't think any of them are particularly valuable, but we'll take a look at all this once we get back home. I also got this NES Compilations game. It's just kind of like one of those third-party knockoff things. I paid 10 bucks for it. It's worth like $30, I think. So that was a pretty good buy. But yeah, we'll check this stuff out when we get home. But first, we're gonna go to McKay's, which is a local media store. They have all kinds of stuff there. I've been there a few times. We're gonna trade in a bit, and we're gonna see if there's anything there we can flip for a profit. So let's head out. All right, we're here at McKay, so I'm just gonna pack all of my stuff up. I usually come here about once a week just to trade in stuff that I can't sell on eBay for stuff that I can. All right, so we got everything packed up here. The biggest item is this Philips sound system with the little CD player. I don't want to deal with that. It's too many like breakable pieces, so I'm just gonna take it in a trade. And we got all these DVDs and 4K movies and Blu-rays in here, just stuff I've gotten at the flea markets over the last couple weeks. And then of course that big G.I. Joe vehicle, I didn't want to deal with that, so we're gonna trade that in. It's just too much to ship. Some of those old cameras we picked up. This weird thing, you may remember this stuff from the videos, but let's just trade all this in. Oh yeah, and then we got all the, at the bottom, like all the books and stuff. Nothing too crazy in here. I'm imagining we're gonna get about probably over $200 in trade credit. So then we'll look in the store and see what we can find. Turned in all that stuff. Let's see what's here. See if there's any good video game guides. There's the first Mass Effect, $17. It has the poster. Seems like a lot, but that might be worth looking up. Anything we're gonna look up, we'll just put it in our cart. There's a ton of people here, so I can't do a lot of talking, but we'll head over to the TV shows now. This is interesting. You guys saw me pick some of these up not long ago. It has mold on it though, you can see. I could clean that off, but I'm not gonna bother. Oh wow. PlayStation Mini, $40. These controllers go for about $20 a piece. So with the system, it's actually not that bad of a deal. Looks like there's two of them. Yeah, I'll grab one and then we'll look it up. We'll get the other if we have to. We got a lot of PSP games. Well, that's brand new sealed. Have to grab that. Complete series of Seinfeld. $25 seems cheap, but I don't think it's worth that much. Let's go look at the toys real quick. I got a ton of minifigures. Some really old vintage ones. Alright, I'll look through these later and buy some. $3.45 for this alien. Looks pretty old. We'll take a look at that later. It's interesting. You gotta be careful with toys like this because a lot of them, like these newer ones, are usually worthless. And even a lot of the older ones aren't really worth anything, especially Toy Biz. So you gotta look everything up unless you know what you're doing, which I don't. That's interesting. Toy Story. Think Away toys.
These kids take toys home. Yes, they do.
Doesn't look that old. Might be worth looking that up. I always buy Halo figures when I come here because I sell them so quickly on eBay. Looks like a Halo Reach one right here. Let's grab it. Really quick flips. Oh, that's awesome. Gears of War. We'll get that one as well. Here's another pretty old one, I think. Actually, oh wait, that's a new one. That one's not worth getting. Got a bunch of Pokemon here. Unless they're Tomy, I don't bother. Yeah, these are all Jacks, so I'm not going to touch those. There's a bunch of Legos here. They're pretty cheap. Before I leave, I'll usually go through these and find any rare pieces. All right, let's go head over here, look up all this stuff, make sure we're not overpaying for anything, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna get. So I put a bunch of stuff back, but I did get all that stuff at the bottom of my cart because it's pretty well priced. And I actually got a big surprise item I'll show. It's pretty crazy though. All right, so we got our trade-in money back. We got $237.52, pretty good. I was guessing it'd be about 200, so I was pretty accurate. But I want to get all this stuff here, including all these little Lego figures that I picked up. I'll show those at the end. But we got a lot of stuff to cover. Plus we got that big surprise item. But let's go ahead and check out. So I just got out of McKay's and here's my receipt. I spent $261.31. I had about $230 in trade. Plus I used some of my own trade credit that I had from previous times. Plus I had to spend like $3 in cash. Let's head home now and take a look at everything we got. So we're back home now, and there's one thing I got at McKay's that I didn't show you guys. It was a surprise, although the thumbnail probably ruins it. I got a Wii U, complete in box. And the craziest part is, it was $103. Just insane. This is the deluxe edition, the 32 gigabyte. It was actually behind the front desk, so I didn't want to record it and wear my camera up there. But let's take a look now and see what was inside. Pretty crazy that we got this for $104, and we didn't even pay that much because we're using store credit, so we actually only paid like maybe $50 for this when you take all things into account. So that was a killer deal. But McKay's, whenever they have box systems, they never price them higher than like the loose system, which is kind of weird. So I always buy them when I see them. This one is missing like a lot of the paperwork. It's missing one little extra piece that goes along with that one. But actually I haven't tested this to see if there's a game in it yet. Okay, doesn't look like there is. Oh well, still a pretty good deal. It is a deluxe set, so it comes with Mario Kart pre-installed. But just to make sure everything works, I went ahead and bought the Zombie U game, which used to be an exclusive, but I think they brought it out for additional consoles since then. Probably can sell this for about $180, somewhere in there. So that was a really good find. And then next up we got these two PlayStation Classic Minis. They both come with controllers. And I know from experience that these controllers go for about $20 to $25 on eBay alone. And we paid just $40 a piece for these two systems, so that was a great deal. And you got to remember that the idea is not to go there and spend actual cash to buy this stuff. I mean, we're literally trading in crap in order to get stuff that we can sell on eBay. So that's why I bought both of these. Should be able to sell them both for $60, maybe slightly more because they're in great condition. That was definitely a good buy. Easy flip. And here was kind of a surprising find. We got Virtua Tennis World Tour for PSP. It is brand new and sealed, and it was just $1.95. Now it's true that PSP games are really hard to sell on eBay, but there's actually none that are listed right now that are new, so I could ask a lot of money for this and somebody will probably buy it. I think I can sell it for about $25, so that was definitely a good buy, and it was just $2. Crazy. I paid $8.95 in trade credit for this Marcus Phoenix Gears of War figure. It is from NECA, which you kind of got to be careful with NECA stuff because a lot of it is not valuable. It's very mass produced, but this is kind of an older figure, so it has a bit of value. I've been buying a lot of these lately. You can see there over my wall, if I zoom in, I have another figure right there. So when I saw this guy, I had to grab him. I think he's only worth maybe like $25 or so. But the good thing is it's complete, so should be a pretty easy sell. Always going to pick these up. I guess $8.95 is their standard pricing for video game figures. This one is actually a McFarlane figure. It's from Halo Reach. I can't remember the name of the Spartan, but I always buy these when I see them because they're very collectible. There's so many different variations of them. But yeah, once again, you got to be careful with anything McFarlane because a lot of it is not valuable. And including this thing, it's probably only worth maybe like $15 is usually what I'll sell them for. But like I said, they sell really quick, so I always grab them. Another figure that kind of caught my eye was this Alien Queen. It turns out it's a Kenner product, so it's from that little line of aliens. You guys have seen me buy some of those lately, but it has like a little action there. If you press that button, also its tongue comes out. I'm not really sure how that comes out. You just like pull it, I guess. But a pretty cool find. I paid just $3.45 for this. It turns out it's worth about $15 to $20. That was definitely a good one. So I had no idea what the value of this Bo Peep figure is from Toy Story 4, but Toy Story stuff can be pretty collectible, like the Woodies, I think go for like $30, $35. So I decided to look this one up. I had a good feeling about it, and it turns out it's pretty valuable. It's worth about $50, just insane. And you got to remember, we paid $10.95 in just trade credits, so that was definitely a good buy. She does have a little bit of wear, like some damage there on the elbow, and then the staff is bent, but I'm pretty sure you can fix that pretty easily. Definitely a good pickup. Again, I had no idea, so it's just an awesome surprise when you find stuff like this. And the last thing we got at McKay's was all these Lego minifigures. They were about $2 a piece. Nothing crazy in here, just some vintage bodies and some uncommon stuff. I just bought them for myself. I thought they were pretty cool. So now the stuff we got from the flea market. We picked up this Casio calculator. It's brand new in the packaging. Paid $5 for it. It's worth about $30, although I couldn't find this specific one. And then for $2, I got this old Razor phone. I'm sure most of you, just like me, had this when you were younger. These were really popular at one time. But yeah, I have not seen one of these in like 15 years. I had no idea what it was worth, but you should definitely grab these when you see them, because this goes for about $20, even broken. I think a working one goes for like 35 bucks. I tried charging it. I waited like an hour, and then I realized there's no battery in the back. But I'm not sure if this thing works, but I'm just going to have to sell it for parts. And like I said, probably about 20 bucks. And here's that Nintendo Switch I picked up for $120. It came with 3 sealed games. This is, of course, the Animal Crossing one, which you can't see, but it's on the back plate there. It's kind of covered up. But a pretty cool find. I've never bought a Nintendo Switch from a flea market before. I never see them for good prices. But this one, I couldn't let it go. I was kind of desperate to buy something at that terrible flea market anyway. But it's in really great condition. Should be able to sell it for about $165. And here's another thing I've never bought before, but I've seen quite a few of them, is the NES Max controller. I paid $5 for it. It's not in the best condition, but and I haven't tested it yet, but I'm sure it works fine. I think these go for like $15 to $20, so that was definitely a good pickup. And the other NES thing we got was this third-party classic 8-bit games collection. It has a bunch of games there. It looks like 30 for the NES and 30 from the Famicom. Kind of interesting. Again, I wasn't able to show this on camera because I'd already stopped recording by the time I bought it, but pretty cool find. And here's 4 Nintendo 64 games we picked up. Paid $4 a piece for the wrestling ones, then paid $3 for the World Grand Prix game. This one's not really valuable. I think it's worth like $10. I'll probably just trade that in or sell it with a system, something like that. Then the 3 wrestling games I'll put together in a lot and list them for about $30 or so. Should be a pretty easy sell. And here's the 3 Switch games we got with the Switch. We got WarioWare, Get It Together. It's about a $25 game. Then we got Mario Rabbids and Sonic Forces. These are both worth about $16 to $17, but because they're sealed, I can probably get $20 a piece out of them. It might take a while, but eventually they'll sell. And then we got Halo the Master Chief Collection. I think I paid $6 for this. It's about a $25 game. Along with that NES controller, we got Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This is somehow like still a slightly valuable game. It's worth like, I don't know, like 20 bucks or something like that. I don't know why, because it's totally forgotten, but I always pick it up when I see it. It was really the only thing on that table that kind of caught my eye, even though there was tons of games and stuff on there. You got to be careful with Disney stuff because a lot of it is not valuable. I decided to take a chance on this one because it looked old, and it even says 1984 there on the back. It does look like it's been buried under the ground for like years, but not in the best condition. I can still probably get maybe $15 out of it after I clean it up. And here's 2 little G.I. Joes we got. We paid $1 a piece for them. We have here Daredevil, and this one is Lift Ticket. I have never seen either one of these, but I love finding old G.I. Joes, especially because I had them as a kid. I played with them so much. It was probably my favorite toy for most of my life. Unfortunately, this one is the valuable one, and it has a little crack there in the elbow. You can kind of see it. But hopefully that doesn't detract from the value too much. I think we can probably sell them for about $20. And then this little Lift Ticket guy, he has a little bit of paint loss there on his nose. Probably could sell him for about $10 to $15. I'll probably price him on the higher end simply because I want to make up for this little broken guy here. And here's another one of those Halo McFarlane figures. Like I've said, I buy these all the time when I see them. But it turns out this is kind of a special one. It came in that like infection box with some other Spartans. And this one alone is worth about $30. Pretty crazy. These last 2 figures, I had no idea what they were worth. I took a gamble and I made a mistake. I paid $5 for the Splinter here, and then I paid $3 for this little detective TMNT guy. And they're not worth all that much. I think this one's worth maybe like 10 bucks. And then Splinter's maybe 15. I don't know. He isn't complete even though he does have weapons. So probably only going to break even on those when we finally do sell them. And now on to the movies. We got Toy Story 2, the 4K. It is brand new and sealed. I paid, I think, $5 for this if I remember correctly. And it's worth about 20 bucks. So that was definitely a good pickup. And then we got this 4-film pack. It has The Cookout, Sprung, Foolish, and I Love Miami. 4 movies I've never heard of. But I tried finding this on eBay and I couldn't find an exact listing of it. But I'm going to list it for $11. Hopefully I can sell it. And then we got a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving Blu-ray. Kind of an uncommon one. I think I've maybe seen it a few times. I'm going to list this one for $11 as well. And then we got Treasure Island starring Elijah Wood and Donald Sutherland. I have never heard of this. I got it mainly because I wanted to watch it just to see what it was about. But I think this one's probably not worth that much. There's not very many on eBay, but I'm going to list it for $11 as well. And then we got Boy Kills World with Bill Skarsgård. I have never heard of this movie, but unfortunately it's on 4K, so it's not as valuable as I hoped. I'm probably going to sell this one for about 12 bucks. And anytime you see like multiple movies in like a Disney collection on Blu-ray, it's usually worth getting. This one's worth about $15. We paid 3 bucks for it. And then the last thing we got was Snake in the Monkey's Shadow, a pretty rare DVD. It's like a kung fu movie. You got to be careful with these because a lot of this kung fu stuff is not worth anything. I did not look this up, but I'm glad I bought it because it's worth about $17. That was definitely a good buy. We paid $1.50. It's getting colder. Winter's pretty much here. Fewer people are coming out of the flea markets, but we're still managing to get some pretty cool stuff. Man, we got a lot of great finds this week. That was just 3 days of hunting, by the way. We are going to be bringing out more videos. I'm going to be probably going to Goodwill's a lot more, and McKay's runs are going to be more common in the videos during these like next few months. But after this, hopefully we can get back to the flea markets and do like exclusive flea market stuff. That's what I love to do. But thank you guys so much for watching. We got more coming, like I said. Make sure you stay tuned and have a good week. I'll see you guys next time.